And now it's time for the latest exciting episode of Doz's Television Workshop.
Hello and welcome back to Doz's Television Workshop, where today we're taking a look at this Yamaha Natural Sound stereo cassette deck TC-800 GL, designed by Squiggle. This belongs to the very lovely John. He seems to think it may have been a little bit got at and may not even be complete. So we need to go through it and see what we can find out. You can see it's not in the greatest of condition, is it? But anyway, let's see what we can do with it. As you can see, it's this interesting sort of wedge design. I'm guessing, well, you see, there's no metal tape position. So I'm sort of guessing 70s, early 80s maybe. We've got tape counter reset, battery check light, memory for the cassette counter, a limiter, which would be some sort of automatic level control or automatic level limiting, bit of doubly noise reduction, ferric chrome or ordinary, and a power button. We've got a pitch control, playback level, microphone record level, and line record level. On the rear of the unit, it is of some heft, by the way. It's got a bit of weight to it. Oh, we are missing screws. Okay. There we go. AC 220, 240, line in, line out, and also dates a little 5-pin DIN AC input. This interesting little stand. If it's a well made, it needs to be. This thing does weigh. We've got a battery compartment down here that is very nicely designed, I have to say. Or at least the cover is. A little bit difficult to get into. I did just inspect it earlier. And there you go. Battery compartment. Very nicely made. So, I suppose we ought to just, being as this lid is hanging off. There we go. Yeah, it does look a bit 1970s, doesn't it? Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Lots of screws missing. We've got the capstan bearing plate is hanging off. These levers are hanging off. Is that switch bent, or is it meant to be like that? Okay. Clearly, we've had a little bit of action going on. Right, so those are the record playback switches, one would presume, on this arm here. Has somebody got halfway through trying to put belts in it and then given up? I've got some sockets down the side here. We've got 12 volt input, headphones, microphone sockets there on 1/4 inch jacks. The 12 volt DC looks to be a barrel. Yeah, okay. Oh, there we go. Alrighty. Yeah, okay. We got no belts whatsoever. Good. I do like a guessing game, you know. Right, let me just turn that round so I can get a better view of it. Yeah, alright. I think I'm going to want to take those two wires off just so I can liberate this circuit board so I can actually see what I'm doing. Yeah. And then we're going to want to try and find maybe a picture of said belts. Oh, those are screened, those two wires. 2 belts, 3 belts, who knows? Yeah. That looks like it might be the cassette belt itself. At least it's not all gooey in there, so somebody's done us a favour, haven't they? Right, let me just liberate these wires. These are 2 screened wires here. So that green one there, there's a shield and then a contact there. You see that on camera? Probably not. And the yellow one is the rearmost socket. Right, I'm just going to put a blob of something on there. Let's get a Sharpie or similar and just mark out where the signal leads go so I don't mess it up when I come to put it back together. That one there is the ground, that one there is the ground. Okay, well, we've got a bit more access now. It's all in there, isn't it? And yeah, just hopefully we're not missing too much. So I think the first thing I need to do is just go and have a look online and see if I can find a picture of a whole one. We'll see if anybody's done this before, and maybe sort of get an idea of belt routing clearly. Imagine around there somehow, and under the capstan flywheel, which in fact I wonder if I can just extract the capstan flywheel, get some idea of the sizing of the belts. I mean, one will go from the motor straight to the flywheel, I would imagine. Yeah, they're not very big. If you look at the groove on the flywheel there, it's not very big. So, yeah, just how the rewind and fast forward sort of function is all I've got to be concerned about. There's an idler in there as well. So maybe it's just idler. Let's go see if we can find a picture. I think that would be prudent. Right, I've found a service manual online, and it's got some photographs. Unfortunately, they don't really show the belts. Are pretty low quality. It does, however, show we've got a shield over that PCB, which we don't have. But it's a pretty comprehensive manual. But if I scroll down past all the alignment information, schematics, all very nice. We've got a good parts list, and we've got some exploded diagrams, or exploding diagrams as I like to say. And yeah, these are pretty comprehensive. And then we get to the one with the mechanism on it, and we can see that our capstan belt is indeed a great big wide flat thing. And then we've got a smaller belt, and then another belt over here, which I presume is either a rewind fast forward or maybe take counter. I don't know, but it gives sort of rough position in the deck, so I think we should be able to work out sort of what goes where, really. So that's good news. The bad news is it doesn't give any of the sizes of the belts. So I went and had a little check on eBay and managed to find this set of strap set F for the 800 TC, GL, etc. So that's good. They're in Germany from Phono Hi-Fi Shop. So yeah, hopefully he's good, and I've ordered those. Yeah, so they're going to be a little while getting here, and I'll probably have to pay some tax in the interim. But I've ordered those, so stand by, and I'll be back when they've arrived. Well, I have to say, super fast delivery from a seller in Germany. So we have the belts. So now we've got to do is work out where they go. So I'm just going to turn the unit around and try and work this out. So according to sort of the exploded diagram, I shall put that up on the corner of the screen. Yes, we've got 1, 2, 3 belts. So one slightly bigger one, 2 slightly smaller ones. Let me see if I can just get that to tilt out the way. Oh, this is all horrible, isn't it? I don't want to disassemble it unnecessarily, especially as I don't really know how the thing came apart in the first place. Let's see if we can get this plate out of the way a bit. That's better. Move that board out of the way a bit. I just want to pull the capstan and flywheel out, because I think, yeah, there is a belt groove under there. So one belt is sort of shown going off at an angle from here over this way, but I'm not really seeing that. Let's just slip this on, see if it's the right length for a start. Yeah, clearly this must run over the top of the plate. Okay, so yeah, it's these two I need to route, and let me just stand a screwdriver in there just to hold that up out of the way. And there is still a belt left in there. Oh my goodness, that must be the tape counter belt. Okay, right, let's take that flywheel back out. And there's this belt left in there. It's horribly baggy. Yeah, it goes to on a nasty angle actually to the tape counter that's down there. Let me just swap this over, see if we can get a bit of purchase on something. Hold it out of the way. Yeah, so that belt is coming off that pulley there, and then it goes up at an angle to the tape counter. So I think I'm going to need to remove that as well. Okay, let's loosen that off and hope nothing goes for tang. Let's find a JS screwdriver. Are they JS, do we think? Could be. That looks to be the job. Ah, yeah, that's it. Beautiful. That's got some resistance behind it. I don't know whether it's the Loctite or what going on. Okay. This is a whole idler assembly. Okay. So let's get ourselves the good old crochet needle set. Pick ourselves something suitable. I'm going with this purple one. And I'm going to try and hook the belt off the tape counter that's right under here. And see if we can get it out and then round this assembly here. Does this want to come out? I think I can ease that out of the way. Wow. Maybe not. Okay. Right, let's get one end off. You know, we could sort of leave that, if it's only driving the tape counter, it's not exactly under a lot of load, but what's the point in coming in here and doing a half a job? I may need to do some more disassembly. I wonder how hard it would be to drop the complete chassis out. I wonder if somebody's actually, because we've got a screw out of there, it's probably held in with these big sort of Forbier-ish style of nuts. Let's remove those and see if that gains us anything. It's called a question of access, this job, isn't it? Oh, that's handy. Yeah, that's just a sort of standoff. It's a pity, because if we're missing one, I'm not quite sure how we're going to get it back together still. Hopefully they're just sort of metric. We might have something that'll go in there. Right, that one's to the left. Okay, have I gained anything? Yeah, okay. So presumably I'm going to start removing these sliders if possible. Let's push them all to one side. That way, if they're moving skeletal pots on the other side, it'll just lift out and we'll be able to put it back in the right position. Screw there. Is that holding anything in place? No. Oh, there's another pillar there. Let's get that one out. Are these all the same? They are. That's good. Ah, okay. Right, now we've got some action. Yeah. Okay, we've got red and black leads here for the battery compartment, so I'm going to ease those out of the way. Interestingly, this end one here that you can't see because you're off camera, this end one here is marked red, so we should be able to get that right, because the battery compartment will remain behind. Right, well that should all sort of lift out now. Maybe not. Ah, we've got probably got the eject mechanism to deal with, haven't we? So let's see what lifts out now. Ah, it comes with it. Okay. Okay. Ah. So the lid remains behind. Let's put that out of the way. And see what we've got. A lot of dust and muck and filth. Right, okay. So that is the tape counter in there somewhere. Let's have a quick blow out of this detritus. And there we can now actually see that pulley on the cassette counter there is actually at an angle. The magnet underneath for a read, so presumably it knows when the tape's turning. So it is important we change this belt, because if that was to slip, it'll think the tape's broken or done whatever and probably trigger a stop solenoid, I would imagine. Right, this is going to be a little bit interesting to get on with. Does that sort of lifts out the way? I think I could actually lift the tape counter out of the way. Let's just do that, because it will make my life a little easier. Right, this is one small machine thread screw, and this is probably something quite toothy in the plastic screw department. What have I just done there? Nothing. Okay. None of those seem to fit. Big JS don't want to fit. One moment. That's got some purchase. There we go. Ooh. Yeah, plastic type thread arrangement. There's another little screw up under the meters here. God, fiddle. Oh no, it's not. Small plastic thread. Okay. Right, that should now come out and get the belt off it. Hurrah. Okay. Right, how do we get the belt off the other end? Because it's ending up under here somewhere. Presumably on the take-up spool. Okay. All sorts of bits of dried out rubbish falling out of it. Yeah. So this lever is inside this one, which is stopping it coming out. Can I wrestle the belt round? I think I probably can. So let's just try. What are we stuck up on the other side still? Oh dear. Thought we were off at the tape counter end. No, I was stuck around the reed. There we go. Magnetic reed switch. There we go. Got it in my hand now. It should be relatively straightforward just to hook that underneath the rubber idler and get it out. Oh, that's huge. That's a great big long thing. I might be in trouble here. Ah, there we go. Hooked it all out. Brilliant. Okay. So that is the state of our tape counter belt. Rather oval. So which is the replacement? It's going to be the bigger one, isn't it? Yeah. Okie doke. Let's get that inserted around there. Oh, it's actually the drive spool. Well, it would be if it's tape counter, wouldn't it? It needs to see the take up. Because if you've not got any take up, you want to be stopping. Okay, let us squeeze that back in. And this other lever hooks into it. Just going to put the belt to one side there. Yay! I win! I'm going to pop those two screws back in there. They were the two machine threads with the washers. Shake-proof washers. I'm going to put something back in there again. So let me crochet hook in there. The rubber idler faces look very good. We shall see in minutes few, won't we? So that's those two screws placed back nicely in there. Except for I've got the rubber belt the wrong side of that pillar. Pay attention, Doz. Nothing like having to do a job twice. Just send that in the direction of the tape counter through the hole. Just going to hook it on over the pulley. Hopefully it'll sit somewhere in the right location where we'll undoubtedly have to come back to it. It's roughly in the right place. Take that one out. Over the top we go again, and then hook that back on to the tape counter. That then slides under the meter housing. I'm going to get that machine thread screw in first, I think. Okay, right. Flip back over and see if it's still on the pulley or not. No, it's not. It's slipped off, look there. But that's an easy fix. Oh, it's popped off. Frustrating. Pop back in a minute. There we go. Cracked it. I think I need a cup of tea. Right, duly refreshed after a cup of tea. I think the next thing I want to do is just check that I've got some screws to replace the missing ones for that top capstan retaining plate. I'm hoping it's M3. If not, we may be in a spot of bother. So I just want to check, see what sort of thread depth we've got there, and if it is M3. So, great big box of random M3 screws. And let's see what we've got. Oh drat, that's not M3. It's going in like a turn and a bit, which generally means this might well be an imperial thread, unless I've picked out something out of my random screw pot that's not an M3. Yeah, no, that's not good news. I wonder if it's M2. There are some rogue M2s in here. Ah. Okay, it's an M2 screw, but I think I've only got gargantuan long things in an M2. How much thread have we got? We've actually got quite a lot. Okay, so I may need to order some M2 screws for this. Unless I've got some, I mean, these are stupid long. I could cut them down, but better if I don't have to, really. Yeah. Now, I do keep some M2s in stock, but they're generally aluminium for mounting cartridges on tone arms for turntables. Aluminium or plastic. But we're going to need something a little more robust than that. Yeah, that's not helpful. Never mind. I'm going to order some of those. So yeah, what we can do is slip that belt on our capstan flywheel. We need to move stuff out of the way again. This plate is once again in the way. And work out where this belt routes through. We've got two pulleys here. So we've got, you know, a couple of different ways that we could route the belt. It could sit sort of on that one, hook round that one, but it could hook round in either direction. So we might end up with something going the wrong way, which is not ideal, but if it goes the wrong way, it's on the easy to get at kind of end. So let's put this back together and go with it. I'll drop that in there, and you're not going to be able to see anything again. I'm going to just pop it on that top pulley there for now. I can show you what I mean about the direction of travel. So it could be like that, or it could be with that running round like that. In which case you can see this pulley here is actually going to be rotating in an opposite direction. Yeah, so I need to know really. I wonder if the internet will help me at this point. So I may just have a little Google in a second, but this is our main capstan belt. I mean, if it's turning the wrong way, it's turning the wrong way. It'll probably have a fit and maybe attempt to chew up a cassette or something. But if we know it's the wrong way around, then it's got to be the other way around, isn't it? So it's not all silliness. And it wouldn't be the end of the world to get this back up together and then get it round the right way. Don't like the way this capstan belt is. It's horrible. Let's get that on. There we are. Yeah, I don't like that at all. That's riding up on the pulley. I suspect when we get the top plate back on, there'll be a bracket that just guides the belt nicely on the motor. Yeah, it doesn't want to stay down on that pulley at all. So try that. Oh, there we go. That seems to be behaving. So I'm going to see if I can find a photograph or something on the internet that shows us which way round this pulley goes. But yeah, just for now, I'm somewhat stuck because I need some M2 screws. Are they all M2? They are all M2. So I need some M2 by 6, maybe M2 by 8, just to hold that assembly together. Right, let's order something up and make this so. Okay, I got myself a little kit of M2 screws. So let's find something suitable to bolt this top plate back on. Right, that doesn't look right, does it? Hang on 1 minute. Yeah, that's not M2 then, but it must be M2.5. Best to get some more. So, not M2 then. I'd almost forgotten about the existence of M2.5. Okay, let me get myself something substantial just to see if this fits in the slot. Because if this doesn't, I'm in trouble. Oh yeah, that is good. Right, okay. We have something at least viable. I have a good selection of different screw types. I think we'll go with this square topped cap screw. We'll go with a domed top cap screw. It's sort of that long. That'll get through the plate, I think. So let's line it up and get it fitted. Right, that's that sort of back together. Now this is going to be working on record playback switch. So somehow, I've managed to get that in the wrong place, I think. Yeah, that should be some other way around. This is the problem when you've got something that's been played with by other people before and just left in a state. Now, how is that ever going to get down to there? Presumably this spring should be under some tension not the other way round. Is it just the fact that that is the wrong side of my new screw? The plate's got to be in the right place, because this lever here clearly works that switch there. So does that, or is that supposed to be flipped around here? So that lever is actually in between those two things. I think that's probably the case. Can I? Yeah, there we go. That's the answer there. Good. That screw on this side is actually bottoming out. I'm going to find a shorter one to go in there. It's bottoming out before the plate gets tight. In fact, are they all doing that? I think they might be. Okay, well, we've got plenty of other screws to choose from. So that is M2.5 by 6. Let's see if that's a better fit. Right, I'm going to leave these two wires disconnected for now. I think that's going to go around that way. Yep, now I have noticed that we've lost a wire there, but it is marked on the board where it came from, so all is not lost. Okay, let's pop the board back down, solder that wire back on, put some power in and see if we've got that belt routing right and everything sort of spins in the right direction. Right, I've hit another snag trying to put this top panel back on, and that is where the record playback switches are. This lever is not moving far enough that way to bring it forward enough to allow this board to sit in. So I think this lever here, let me get a pointing stick, this lever here needs to be the other side of this, and that sort of makes sense because you can see this side here is at an angle and this side is flat. So I think that needs to go that way, and rather than undo all those 3 screws again, what I think I'm going to do is just snick that C-clip off, launch it into hyperspace undoubtedly, pull that up over there and put it back down again. So let's have a little go at that. There we go. Okay, you stay there. Let's just lift that up, and like that, that side of the lever, that spring seems under an awful lot of tension. Still, let's just try our best. If it doesn't work, we can always put it back. There we go. Now that should allow that board to slide in. Yeah, that's much better. Tuck all this wiring underneath this panel. It's all a very tight fit. Trouble is, I don't know, how long it's been in bits for. That certainly seems to be better now. Right, let's put some, are they going to be M2 or M2.5 or M3 screws? Only one way to find out. They're M3. Right. Reattach that errant wire. Right. So, is anything going to work? I'm going to need mains lead and a cassette. Make sure the eject is still working. It is. Okay. Right. How am I going to run this up? I'm going to We're going to do it that way around, I think. How do we switch it on? Is there a power switch, or do we just hit a play button? Which it won't allow us to do. Probably because it knows there's no cassette in there. Right, how does that operate? That's presumably CRO to select. Do we have issues? Why don't I just get a cassette? Oh no, still won't allow us to press play. Okay. Something is clearly wrong. Right. So what's going on here then? We've got something jamming our mechanism up. So have I got anything in the wrong position here? What is disabling play? So play appears to be operating mainly that lever there. Something is jamming up against it. Let's have a look down here. Oh yeah, it's that. This bar here, which is coming down and is stopping against itself. Is that capable of moving? Or is it all jammed up? You can see these shapes in here, and as that play button comes down, yeah, you can see we can get a bit further with fast forward, but never into the latched position. So we've got a spring on this end. So what's stopping it in any other place? Oh, it's all in this assembly here, isn't it? Well, everything seems to be free moving. Is that solenoid anything to do with it? Presumably that hits stop in the event of an error being detected and the tape stops moving, the end stop. I can see stuff attempting to move all over the place. See, it's trying to engage the head mechanism there. Is this anything to do with it? No, that's clearly the pause button. Yep. Lifts away the pinch roller from the capstan. Ah, there is something that tells us whether the cassette's engaged or not, which is that lever there, but that is getting well out of the way, so that's not it. There is a micro switch on there as well. Oops. Yeah, that's we're all a little bit sticky in places. Some of this may have to come apart and get lubricated. So presumably, that's going to stop it going into play all right, but that lever comes well out of the way, so it's definitely not that that's stopping us. What does that lever actuate on the other side? Aha. Is that supposed to be slid down? No. Is that the lever there? No, it's the pause button. Well, it's a mystery, isn't it? I've probably got something, you know, like I said before, we've this has all been got at times previous, so who knows what has been taken apart or reassembled incorrectly. It's all sort of free to move. It doesn't seem too gummed up or anything, but we just can't move that lever to the right. Let me try and push that gently. Yeah, you see that'll slide. But that definitely isn't our problem. Our problem is here in the front, I think. Yeah, because that's getting stuck in there. So have these two plates somehow got stuck together? I wonder if I take all the buttons out and then go through it. See if these two plates are free to move. Maybe they're not supposed to. There's a plate behind it that's limiting movement as well. It's like a set of teeth that line up, and the button comes along and it needs to press down in between, and it can't because the teeth are in the way, so to speak. Let's pop a cassette back in again. Certainly seems to me that these two rows of teeth here, they should be sliding like that, so the plates are sliding behind one another, and they're not. So whether something's seized up or what in there, but that's going to be a pain in the bottom to get to. Okay. We can just encourage it to start moving, it'll get the gist. Or are they actually buttoned up together? Well, no, because they can never move far enough. There we go. It's just freed itself up. Bit of gentle persuasion was required. Yeah, there we go. Okay, mains power. Right, and I got nothing. One of these a power button. Yes, that one. And we're going the right way in that mode. Rewind is as slippery as hell, but yeah, fast forward's got a good grip. So we have got the belt in the right place. Rewind looks like the idler needs a birthday. Okay, we need to work out which is the rewind idler. Let's just pop that in. Will it go into rewind now? It will. Sure enough, it's that centre idler there, which we can clean up. So that's good news. We've got lights and everything working. Right, well that is good news. Right, I think this calls for a cup of tea. What it actually calls for is the end of this video, because it's gone on for far too long already. And let me tell you now, spoiler alert, but we're not out of the woods by a long way. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Click like, subscribe, do all that rubbish, and stay tuned for part 2 coming to Doz's Television Workshop very soon. Cheers now, bye.
With a gentle hand, he brings them back in line. Every twist and turn makes the magic shine. Cathodes and the crackle of the tubes They play nostalgic tunes, solder smoke, and the faint aroma of time in each repair. An art that's so prime. Where wires twist and spark, fix the picture, bring back color in the dark. Screens that buzz, it's magic on display. Old TVs revived in a brand new way. Circuit woes, but we're getting closer. Neon signs, they guide you to the door. Tubes and screens like you've never seen before. Pulses hum as sparks begin to fly. In this tiny shop, dreams are set too high. In Darcy's shop, with a touch of love, your picture's clear and true. In Darcy's hands, pixels flicker, back to life and stand. Microchips and vintage heart in a world of screens, playing their parts. Circuit boards with stories to untangle. Every wire a promise as an angle. As he bends the light through the lens, creating onyx nights. Oscillators, creating sonic waves, bringing back the charm of retro days. Capacitors and resistors. In Darcy's touch, there's no misfire. Transistors dance to the rhythm of repair. Through the glow, feels like magic fills the air. Voltage pulses, the tune's melodic run. A symphony of sparks, where the work is never done. In Darcy's shop,